I am Chris, Obi-Wan Kenobi. We're going to be doing some battles once again here today. We're going to be focusing on Nightmare Cup matches and preparing for the regionals, which is now official. The second wave of invites have gone out. We did get a 6th member from the Professor's Finest. Shout out to Mystic Sparkle to also get an invite to regionals, and will be joining us on Prince Edward Island on May 18th. There should be a big hootenanny. I will make sure to give Mystic Sparkle another shout out when I know that they've entered the chat and that they're in here, because they deserve it. That's pretty awesome. I'm pretty proud of everybody who was able to make it. So, hello, Joey Vots. Welcome to the chat. Nice to have you aboard, buddy. How's it going tonight? Looking forward to getting some battles in tonight. Maybe some good discussion on some Nightmare Mons and some regional Mons, and possibly what everybody's planning on bringing, and then possibly some anti-meta picks. Seems like it'd be a pretty interesting topic. No, I'm not going to do the delay tonight. I don't really want to stress about it for practice, to be honest. If somebody wants to go ahead and check out my team beforehand, then I'm okay with that. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. If anything, if I'm guaranteed a bad lead, maybe it's going to help me in the end try to get better by playing from behind. So I'm not exactly against it. I'm hoping everybody's going to play honestly, but not really that big of a deal tonight. Not a big deal. So we're going to roll with it. There was a Rattata that just spawned here, but apparently it's not there now. I did just recently restart my game. So at this point in time, I am available for battle invites here. If anybody wants to go ahead and send in invites, I'm going to go actually ahead and change my official PvP status, my buddy Pokemon. If no one else is doing this isn't a bad idea. Stupid caps not holding online. You can set your buddy to the name for PvP, and that way when people are kind of like going through their friends list doing their gifts and stuff like that, they can see if you're online for PvP. Maybe they'll send you an invite. Who knows? So I try to do it. Remember, it takes 5 minutes for your status to update after you've actually done it here. So 5 minutes for everybody else to be able to see it. So just plan for that a little bit ahead of time. Hello, Mystic Sparkle. How's it going tonight? I started off right at the very beginning of the stream here talking about how you are the next member in the second wave of invites to get an invite to regionals. Congratulations. That is absolutely amazing. Very, very happy for you. You deserve it, and looking forward to having you at the tournament with us. So that makes, like I said, six total Professor's Finest members from the Halifax area, all in the Dartmouth Discord here, to make it. It's pretty amazing. Let's catch this Rattata first. So like I said, the theme for tonight is going to be Nightmare Cup, regionals. I'm good for either or. Remember also, for the people that are here locally, we do have a General Great League tournament happening tomorrow at 1 o'clock Atlantic time, so that's 12 o'clock Eastern. Make sure to go ahead and RSVP onto the tournament there. I'll open up the tournament lobby so we can make sure everybody's coordinated at the right time. I wouldn't mind a little bit of discussion tonight if everybody's here, kind of centering around the operation of the remote tournaments. I don't think that'd be a bad thing to kind of open up to the floor here if we got enough people partaking. Wouldn't be a bad idea, and see how everybody prefers to kind of run them. We've kind of got the option. We're going to test out doing some over a longer period of time, so it gives people time to kind of coordinate their matches as opposed to everybody having to be available at one time. But I'm really unsure as to the pros and cons and how that's going to outweigh there. So just open up for discussion. It's not that big of a deal, but we'll get to that. Does that include the one in the Ontario division getting a regional invite? No, I did not consider that one, actually. Is that player in the Professor's Finest, Joey Vots? Scientist E, welcome to the chat. Thanks, buddy. I'd like to be a Finest member. Well, we may be taking applications. I don't know if you're located locally here or not. We are in Nova Scotia and Ontario, but if you're interested in remote league battles, we do have a system set up for that. You can go ahead and DM me, and I'll try to get you details for that. But enjoy the stream, at least for tonight, and we can talk about that. Yes, 7 then. That's amazing. I didn't even realize that Orangeville was able to get them. Not from Canada. Well, if you're dedicated, we might be able to make that work out okay too. That's not that big of a deal. We're not exactly opposed. It's just a matter of getting the Ultra Friends. We have a Google sheet available to kind of keep track of all the Ultra Friends. As long as you're dedicated enough to get the people on your friends list, there's probably a good... What are we up to now? Like in the 20s of players that are on there that you should have friend space for, and to work on those friendships every day so that you can get them up to Ultra Friends and then be available for tournaments. So not exactly a bad idea. As of right now, it is kind of just like a pretty localized thing. But anyway, like I said, I am ready to go for any battle invites. If anybody is out there and wants to send one, go right ahead. Nightmare or regional, I am not on a delay here, so if you want to go ahead and type it into chat and let me know what you prefer to do, just go right ahead. That would be awesome. Take the gym. I just read back on the chat there. Sorry, Joey Vots. Take the gym. It's nighttime. They've been really, really good lately at taking it on time. Sometimes it's you know, like midnight before they take it. I think last night actually was midnight before they took it, but today was on time. So what can you do? I want my coins, you know. Tever, we're going to do. I believe it's Nightmare we're doing. The keyboard loves to do that. Nightmare Cup. Just a heads up for all of our matches here. My plan is doing best 2 out of 3. So whatever way that shakes out, just best 2 out of 3. We'll move on to the next one. If we find that's moving a little bit too quickly, then we can change it up and just do a straight 3 battles. We'll go with that. But I think I'm going to go with best 2 out of 3 for now. We can keep it switching up if that's cool with everybody. So. There are scientists. There's international PvP discords that are operating. If you're interested in that as well, it might be better to get into that because your odds are better for more varied competition and people around that same kind of situation, rather than my localized one. So you can look those up. International PvP Discord, I think it's called. There's only, I think, 2 of them out there. They're pretty popular. I'm sure you'll be able to find them if you spend just a little bit of time checking them out there. It's going to go with kind of a random team here. Not that I wouldn't want to have more people in ours. It's great and stuff, but it's pretty small. And the big international one is it's on a pretty large scale. So it might be to your best advantage. So leading off against Xatu here. This is a good lead for me. I'll take that. Obviously, he wasn't watching what I was leading with first, so that's good for me. I'm getting ready for a switch right away. Shiftry is going to eat through Drapion. That's okay. I'm going right to the Achu. Shiftry will also do good against that, but I really didn't want to bring in Poliwrath. Poliwrath would get absolutely destroyed by Shiftry. At least I can spam some charge moves off here. Razor Leaf just doing so much damage. Okay. I actually didn't mean to use Crunch there. That should have been Aqua Tail. That was pretty bad. I'm not starting off strong tonight so far. Yikes. Have to fix that. 1-on-1 on shields. I did get the Shiftry out of the way. I got my secret weapon kind of hanging down there. That's not bad. Got the last shield. That is key. I should be able to get a second Aqua Tail there. Get a little bit more damage. Drapion just being so efficient. Infestation generates a crap ton of energy. Gonna go ahead and let Drapion go down there. And then into Poliwrath, which will just generate energy so quickly. I do want to try to make sure I get the KO here, so I'm going for Ice Punch instead of Power Punch. Almost, but I'm going to have to use the shield on him too. I'm too afraid of Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb will do a pretty good hurt there. I've already got a little bit of... And it's Mud Bomb. Good job. That's okay. Mud Shot's still going to do pretty good damage there. At least have the energy advantage. Xatu is not what I want there at all. No Ice Punch first either. Rough first battle. Good job, Tevere. Yeah, that Xatu with confusion damage is really good. Anything with confusion is going to do massive damage to fighting types. Big time. Alright, so we're going to rematch. He's up 1-0 there. Let's see if I can bring in something maybe a little bit stronger this time. Great job coming back from him after the initial lead there, too. Okay. Let's see how this goes. I have been liking Raticate so far. It's just been performing well for me. Always keep in mind, keep that very far away from fighting types. It will go down so quickly against fighting types, it's not even funny. Okay, the confusion damage from Bronzong. Gotcha. Should be doing good with Power Up Punch here too, though. Bronzong is slow and clunky. Getting ready for a switch. He goes to Xatu. I did not get the switch. Notice I didn't time it out exactly right with the end of the fast move there, even though Mudshot's quick. And go right to Raticate here. Obviously my notifications weren't turned off on my phone there for Discord. I meant to do that. That was not done. Just gonna go ahead and tank it. Ominous Wind doing... I mean, I guess he's looking for the proc, which isn't bad. I'm just going to go ahead and take it with Raticate there. Getting the shield advantages, getting those charge moves off quickly, eliminating Xatu. So this one's already starting off pretty good for me. That's okay. Raticate's done his job. I'm fine to let it go down there. I would have switched if I could, but knowing the switch clock's still on there, I can get wicked damage on this Toxicroak right now. It could be Sludge Bomb coming, and it could do a pretty good amount of damage. I was willing to risk it, and that at least paid off for me there. So Confusion's going to pretty much delete Toxicroak. And I'm sitting pretty at this point. I can easily just go, Steel Psychic. That's pretty good. Just going to go ahead and switch out. Go right into Power Up Punch. Why not? And again, the Mudshot Poliwrath just spams so much. It's pretty awesome. I have been enjoying it. Not that it can't get caught in bad spaces. Every Pokemon has its counters. But the Poliwrath there does pretty good. Specifically, if we're looking at Poliwrath, and that's a 1-1 now, but if you can go down the list here to Poliwrath, it does recommend the Mudshot, obviously, on the moveset there. Bubble is your next best choice. They're both kind of a niche. Bubble is good. It will not be terrible, but I'm definitely preferring Mudshot. Key matchups to keep in mind that Lucario will go against, Poliwrath will go against Lucario pretty well, and even Spiritomb. You can obviously destroy those Poison Dark types and Umbreon pretty well. But Shiftry, obviously, even with the Dark typing, it's the Razor Leaf damage that is absolutely going to destroy Poliwrath. And I guess Slowking and Slowbro, I have seen a few of those in practice, but I have not really seen too many of them, to be honest. Mr. Mime and Gardevoir, again, not too many of those, so Shiftry is the #1 thing I'd be worried about there. Other than that, though, Poliwrath is kind of like a tanky fighting type. Not a bad option to bring onto your team at all. The last party seemed to work pretty good for me there. And this is the rubber match. So what do I want to go with? Something even tankier? Yeah. Sure. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, see, this is definitely one of those matchups, again, you don't want to be against with that Raichu. That is bad news, Bears, right there. Waited for the end of the fast move animation, got the switch off on the first try, didn't have to stress about that. Even if this is Thunder Punch, it's going to hurt, too. Yeah. Just that raw damage output is crazy from Raichu. Absolutely insane. Definitely going to have to shield this. Spark's at least not doing the most amount of damage, and I got pretty good energy gain myself, just like the Raichus. We're kind of trading shields here right now. So I got both shields out of him, that's good. And even got an Aqua Tail at the end. Just that energy gain going pretty good. Yeah, that worked out pretty good for me there. My switch clock is back up, which means his is also back up. That's fine for me here. Expecting a switch quickly. I am going to tank this, even if it's Sludge Bomb and does a lot. That's okay, because Toxicroak is going to go down here. I didn't actually mean to use Shadow Ball there. Obviously, you want to go into Focus Blast. That's going to do a very large amount of damage there, but that's okay. I was just kind of planning on going into Poliwrath anyway. Maybe it's a Last Resort Umbreon? No, it's foul play. I would have been thoroughly impressed, though, Tevere, if that was a Last Resort Umbreon, I gotta say. Thoroughly impressed. Just power-up punches like crazy here. I even kept the shield for the Poliwrath. Umbreon's pretty tanky still, but it's not going to be able to hold up to the fighting. Ah, it is Last Resort. There you go. Ah, nice. Mad respect for the Last Resort, Tev. Mad respect. Yeah, I didn't think that Bronzong had confusion. It should have had confusion. I'm really surprised it didn't. That's really what you want that thing for. But it wasn't doing a whole lot of damage, was it? GG's though, Tab. GG's. And as always, restarting the game after the battles. Once you've hit the rematches and stuff, you gotta go ahead and restart it. Okay. Just letting the rest of the Discord know that we can do some battle challenges here. Anybody else out there want to go ahead and send? By all means, you can go right ahead. I know I got a few people out there that are local. I do have Ultra friends that are watching. Joey Vots. All right, let's do this. All right. If I remember correctly, Joey Vots, we should be doing the General Great League, prepping for the tournament tomorrow that we have. General Great League is pretty much just the regional. So I'm probably just going to stick to that, to be honest. This is what I have pre-selected so far. Obviously, haven't powered up the Sableye down there. As luck would have it, we have a Sableye nest down at Alderney Landing, our main spot for playing. I spent a lot of time down there in the last couple days. Every single Sableye that I've caught, because I've been with someone else, I've traded it just to try to get a lucky one, or some type of really high IV one. That has gotten me nothing. I've had a few luckies, but every single one of them has been lower IV than what this one is here, the Goldeneye, which is a 91%, but it's a decent IV stat distribution, but still looking for that Hundo. That would be absolutely fantastic. I want to see what Joey Vots is sporting here, so I'm just going to kind of go with Something big off the start. Oh, what a terrible lead. Or is it? So, this is obviously, by the textbook goes, you know, a good match for Altaria. The thing is that Medicham does know Ice Punch, so it can definitely check Altaria. It is definitely possible. I'm going to have to block the Sky Attack here. I tried to get the switch first. Obviously didn't work out. I really didn't want to have to use that shield there, but here we are. I probably didn't need to use Play Rough. I think Ice Beams are generally the way to go here. Just goes off faster. I'm not exactly upset with this matchup right now. There's a lot of neutrality going on here. So he's brought at least 2 flying types in. Yeah, Ice Beam is definitely the better bet there. This is why practice is excellent. Should be able to tank it, yeah. Get to Ice Beam one more time. Yeah, got to it. See what he brings out first. Azumarill. What do you know? I don't really have something that great to do with this, do I? Uh-oh. Yeah, that's not going to go over well, is it? Let's get some added power on here. This is why I like bringing Venusaur or Tropius so much. That should be a Play Rough. Play Rough. Super effective move. I do have a boosted Ice Punch going off at least. And it still does nothing. So this is the very bad news bears at the moment. I was kind of hoping I could switch out right there and at least tank something on Skarmory. So I don't think I'm getting Sky Attack before an Ice Beam. Unless I could put it down. Yeah, see, it's not happening. So now I hope I didn't hit Sky Attack. Look how much damage that... Yeah, and I did hit it. This is just GG right here. Yeah, it didn't have anything to check Azumarill. And he's got Altaria back, yeah. And the shield. Well played. GG. I don't fear playing down 1-0 though. That's okay. Okay. What do I want to bring here? I hope he's not looking at my team this time. I hope he's playing this one honest. That would be great. That would just be great. That's not what I wanted to do there. Let's see how this goes. Okay, yeah, stuck with the Medicham lead, see? That's good. I'm thinking your opponent's gonna change, so you kind of stick with the same. That was a little bit of a delay there. Didn't quite mean to hit Power Punch. Great switch, though. Good timing on that. That's a Vine Whip as well. So it's going to generate energy really fast. I prefer the Vine Whip one myself. It's fast enough there. Kind of farm just a little bit of extra energy just in case he lets it go down here. I don't suspect he'll do the double shield. So I did get a little bit of a boost there. Getting ready to switch. Oh, no, 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 that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, no! Oh, no, that was just absolutely terrible. Ugh. Oh, my God, what a waste. Ugh. Quick fingers, yeeks. Awful. Yeah, I definitely did not want to go to Bastiodon there. What a waste. So to determine PvP IVs, there is a website that you can use. Yeah, I'm not even bothering blocking or anything, obviously. So, oh, just brutal. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, you definitely want to have your Pokemon at a lower attack stat for sure for PvP, and the reason for that is. GG there, by the way, Joey Vots. You totally, once I made that switch, that was GG. You had me there. Great job. GG's. Not PvPoke. The website is, one moment, I can actually pull that up here. It is PokemonPvP.club. It's the PvP IV spread analysis is what you're looking for, but PokemonPvP.club is what you want. I'm gonna type it in the chat here. Oh, I guess I can't type it into my own chat. Now it's logged me out somehow, so that's okay. If someone wants to type it in the chat there just so they can link it, my Twitch is just being kind of silly there. I can't type it in there, but that's the website you want to use. So the general idea is that attack is weighted higher in the CP formula than HP and defense. They're not equally weighted. So each time you hit the power-up button, if the attack stat is higher, those power-ups are going to be greater in number. You can have, like, instead of a 30 CP power-up, it could be a 50 CP power, depending on the attack IV. So the idea is that you can get more power-ups underneath the CP cap with a lower attack stat, and thus get a higher level Pokemon fulfilling more potential, basically getting more maximum stat value. Think of, in PvP, you don't want to think so much in terms of just the IVs, it's about the distribution, but it's about the overall stat points. So what I can do here, I'm going to exit the trainer battle. I can kind of demonstrate what I mean by that. And what I use is Calci IV. You can't get this on an iPhone. You can have it on an Android. Unfortunately, it's not an iPhone thing. Sorry, y'all. That sucks. But anyway, you can still look it up, the individual IDs on other, with Pokegenie or things like that. It's just a little bit more cumbersome. That's all. So if I go to my Lugias here, I had my 2 Great or Ultra League ones. I think it was. I'm gonna Calci it first. So you can see, you could scroll the bar and see the stats kind of change on the bar right here at each level. So it has base stats, but those base stats are assuming that the Pokemon is at the maximum level. So if it's not at the maximum level, those stats don't max out. They kind of scale, which is what this bar is doing. It's scaling those stats. So this one at 2476, you can see 134, 212 defense, and HP is 162. And that's based on the IVs that it has. So technically, if it has a lower attack stat and it can gain a couple extra power-ups, you're going to get more total stats out of this. The defense can be up to like 216, the HP up to like possibly even 170, and still have, 130-ish attack there. So the total stat product is really what you're kind of looking for. That's an idea of what you're looking for. And that's how the PvPs change for PvP, for each Pokemon and which one you want to use and where it maxes out at. So that website, the Pokemon PvP club, that will definitely guide you. Just think of it in different terms now. Anyway, I'm going to turn off Calci. It tends to be a bit of a pain in the butt when I do battles. I'm going to go ahead and restart the game here because we're going to do some more battle invites. Anyway, that's the kind of general idea. You want to think total stat product altogether at that CP cap. So there's some Pokemon like Sableye and Medicham this won't apply to because their maximum CP that they can get, even at level 40, is under 1500. So you just want the highest IV possible. Cornstarch Queen, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much there. You're going to be next right after Mystic Sparkle here, just because I opened up the game and Mystic Sparkle was first, if you don't mind. But you will be next in line there, Cornstarch. One of our up-and-comers in the remote league. One of my good friends. Can't wait to get her playing in some of our tournaments. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we are going to be doing Mystic Sparkle. I'm guessing Nightmare, if you want to type it in the chat there. Possibly Nightmare is what we're thinking. Is it Nightmare or is it Regionals? Because you definitely have the reason to practice for Regionals at this point, right? I'm going to go ahead and assume Nightmare until something is said otherwise. Let's go with that. And if I'm wrong, well then we can restart. Not a big deal. Nightmare. Awesome. There it is. Okay, I just wanted to wait for the confirmation. All right. That's the... yeah. In general, just reading your message there, scientist, you generally want, you know, something like a 0 attack and 15 and 15 on defense and HP. In general, that's kind of what you're looking for. But each Pokemon is different. That's where that website will definitely help you out with that, to help narrow down exactly what IV combination you want. And in general, I aim for ones that are 98% and up. Crunch. Poliwrath can take Crunch. Crunch and Aqua Tail. That's at least the one thing that Poliwrath has going this matchup. Those charge moves, Aqua Tail and Crunch, aren't exactly like one-hit KO possible. They're not doing an insane amount of damage. So he can tank those. Save the shields. Still got yellow in health. Drapion goes down. That's a good thing. Drapion is an awesome Pokemon to be using. It is tough. He's got the shiny Alolan Raichu. That's amazing. Dang. So you thought it was going to be a power-up punch there? It's really hard to tell the difference between the two, honestly. I don't know how you're really supposed to be able to tell there. They just they go off so quickly. My switch clock is ready here. This is a pretty... nice little sweep up there. We both haven't used a shield yet. That's kind of crazy, actually. An Umbreon, and I don't have the fighting type to deal with this at the moment. I definitely want to deal with this with Drapion, I think. My Raichu is not going to fare well. I guess if I really wanted to, I could bring it in just to get like 1 or 2 charge moves off, and then bring Drapion back out at this point. I'll at least tank something. I know it's got Last Resort. Ugh. Yeah. Last Resort is tough noogies. Waiting for that fast move to end. I know it can do massive damage to Raichu here, but these are going to do big damage regardless, and the shield baiting potential is just worth it. Should easily get to another Thunder Punch here. So even though Raichu here with the Psychic typing is weak to Umbreon, it's still putting in pretty good work, you know? Yeah, definitely okay to let it go down there. And Drapion's good to go with a shield, you know? I really didn't need to do that, but I'm going to do it anyway just to, you know, make sure I get it. There we go. GG. Yeah, we can do Nightmare Mavis. Thanks for joining the stream, buddy. I've got Mystic Sparkle here. It's I'm up 1-0 down the best 2 out of 3. and then I'm going to do a couple matches with Cornstarch Queen, and you can be up right after that one if that's cool, buddy. Appreciate you joining the stream. Hopefully we can all learn a few things on here. Alright, so that first matchup went up pretty well. Okay, I'm going to lead. I like this though. I like to kind of pick what order, where they end up on the screen. Sometimes I think more instinctively that Pokemon's going to be on that side. I don't know why. This is kind of the way it works out. So. I have been seeing a pretty good amount of Shadow Ball Hypnos. I really thought that was going to be a little more rare. Getting ready for a switch here. Shiftry. Ouchie. Jeez. Louise. Nope, that is definitely not what I tried to do there. Yeah, that's what happens when your switch does not work. That's awesome. Poliwrath is still alive, but not by a lot. Yeesh. Look at that Razor Leaf doing so much work. But Infestation does pretty good work against Shiftry. I guess that's kind of my best. When you're running Poliwrath as your fighting type, you're just completely open to Shiftry just wasting you. You really got to watch out for that. So if you're running Toxicroak, it would be a little bit of a different story there. It would put down Shiftry pretty quickly. But there's the lack of the fast of counter on Poliwrath, basically. That really limits it there. Okay. Can I get to a power-up punch? I should be able to. Yes. Okay, it's got just... I switched it with just enough health left. Just enough. So that was big. I should probably save it, but... You know what? Let's get to one more power-up punch, right? Getting greedy? Totally greedy. Yeah, definitely didn't need to do that. It's okay. Psychic on Psychic? I got Shadow Ball. Versus Ominous Wind? Aerial Ace. Okay. Aerial Ace is pretty good there, actually. That's not bad. Shield goes up. Gonna survive long enough to another Shadow Ball, because Confusion's doing a pretty good number on me there. Got a shield. This is gonna be close. There's the Ominous Wind. Right there. Oh, it's a second Confusion. Oh, that's so close. Oh my god. Oh, will it be enough? It is. Okay. Oh my gosh, that was close. GG, Mystic. Wow. My gosh. Jeez. So if you're worried about your opponent playing Shiftry, if that is one of their main mons, Poliwrath might not be your best bet, or you better be carrying, I'm guessing Drapion is quite a good option there with the Infestation to do pretty good damage. Would the Poison be able to do good damage there as well? At least reliable, but... Anyway, GG's, Mystic Sparkle. I'm going to go ahead and reset my game here in just a quick moment. Gonna catch me some Lady Ball. Fast catch trick, right? Get this done quick. Got a Clefairy here. Ugh, not a great throw. That's not great. Look at that. I have to do it again. There we go. That's a little bit better with the Ultra Ball. Yes. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and restart the game. Next up is Cornstarch Queen. I believe we're doing Nightmare Battles. So if you want to go ahead and get that ready to go, by the time my game loads up here, the request will probably be coming in. Yeah, it's here. There's the battle request from Cornstarch. Right on. We're doing some nightmare battles. Maybe I should stop using the Poliwrath so much. People are just going to start destroying me knowing I'm going to play it all the time, right? Okay. I do want to point out here, once again, that I have this wicked shiny Murkrow, and I haven't really been seeing too many people testing Murkrow yet. I would gladly be that guinea pig for everybody. If we can get 10 new followers on this stream, I will power up, unlock the third move, get this Murkrow ready. It's quite a heavy investment, but I'm willing to do that if we can get the followers. And then everybody can see how well Murkrow can fare out. From what I can tell, it's like kind of a jack-of-all-trades neutrality type of option. But I'll be the one to be the guinea pig for everybody if we can reach that. So let's see if we can get that tonight. That would be pretty awesome. I'm going to start here with... actually, I'm going to go Eradicate this time, I think. Let's switch it up. I'll use Raichu as my psychic type. I know Cornstarch Queen doesn't have exactly like the entire meta available to them, so I'm going to try to stay limited to what I know that that player has. Kadabra. Yeah, I think I have a Kadabra I could test out. I haven't seen it being a really big difference. I could be wrong on that. Ooh, going into the Raichu. That's going to be favorable for me right now. But I could throw it out in there. It does do the confusion damage. From what I know in the little bit of battles I've done with it just in like general Great League, it's insanely glassy. Like absolutely insane. Just getting destroyed by the fighting type here. Yeah, that's okay. I'm going to let it go down. Hitmonchan's pretty good there. Para Punch. That's okay. Pretty sure she's rocking Ice Punch on this too. So from what I know, I think the other Confusion users are going to be a little bit more beneficial. But we can see what happens. Really just afraid of Ice Punch there. No, it's Power Up Punch. Okay. Raichu doing its work. It just does a lot of neutral damage. Oh, that's bad. Swap that out right away. And this time I don't have the Poliwrath, so the counter damage is going to just absolutely put that thing down. You go, Toxicroak. Good first match there, Cornstarch. I like it. So the other Confusion users I know in the meta right now, if we actually just take a quick moment to look at the rankings on here. Let me say, Hypno is the #1 option. I really think you need to have Shadow Ball on that to make it really worth your while. Otherwise, it's probably better to go with a different one. Xatu with Air Slash there is pretty amazing. Bronzong I almost brought into the Kingdom Cup the last match, the last Silph Cup. I cut it from my team at the last minute, and I kind of ended up regretting it, but that's how it goes sometimes. That's how things go. Gallade here is a really great option. Personally, two ones that I've had really great success with, Gardevoir and Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime has great value just in comedy when you bring it into battle. People don't really expect it. You get a giggle out of them. Maybe their finger lifts off their screen and they miss a tap. I don't know. Just things like that can matter in a real-time battle scenario with this. It's not turn-based where you got time to sit back and think and go, nope, this is definitely the move and this is the strategy. You need to know what you're doing right then and there instantaneously. And if you don't and the other person does, you're behind. That's it. It's as simple as that. But Gardevoir I do like quite a bit. I do have... where's my Gardevoirs here? So I have that one right there that I've used. I used it very successfully in Twilight Cup. It was kind of like my MVP from that tournament. I think that's the reason why I got a tournament win, was because of that whole setup. So that was a good meta for me. It worked out to my advantage, you know? That time. It doesn't hasn't done that most of the time, so. Okay, so I'm up 1-0 here, and I'm gonna go with. I think I'm just gonna kind of switch up the order here, to be honest. Let's see how that rolls. You can see in my selection list, I do have Gardevoir and Mr. Mime on there. I haven't canceled them out at all. I do plan on using them to test with. I am trying to concentrate on using the mons that are working for me. But I still like to throw variability in there just to try to find out information about different matchups. Alright, so let's see the spammy Raichu go at it here. See, even Thunder Punch, it's not even its big move, but it does so much damage like that. And this is going to be good for me. The electric damage is going to do pretty good against Poliwrath. Mad respect to the Poliwrath, though, Cornstarch. Sometimes when you get the really good lead, it just works out in your favor, you know? Getting ready for a switch to come on up. This should be a pretty hard counter. Goes a Toxicroak. I definitely don't need to use a shield on this. I can let it go down. Yeah, I can just go right back to my own Toxicroak for the mirror match. That's a definite win for me there. And see what's left over. Both that one shield, but I'm at 2 mons to 1, and it's Shiftry, so this is going to go down pretty hard. I don't really need to use Mud Bomb, but why not get the tapping practice, right? How does everybody tap, by the way? Go ahead and write in the chat. I know everybody's kind of got, oh, this isn't down yet. Oh, I need to kind of finish that off. But I want to know what's everybody's method for tapping. So this is my phone here, and what I end up doing is I do a double tap method. Can I get the good view on here? I do a double tap method with both of my thumbs. So I do this with both of my thumbs, and I just kind of like wiggle the phone in between. And I find that works insanely well. And my main strategy is one thumb goes inside the circle, the actual like power-up circle you're trying to tap, and one thumb is always outside the circle. I find that the thumbs are too close, or they're both inside the charge move circle, then it kind of registers as one tap each just because they're too close. But if they're separate from each other, it's like clockwork. It's just like a nice, even, quick pace, not too fast, not too slow, and just nice and consistent, and it's a guaranteed 3 bars every single time. I don't know if anybody's having problems with that or if everybody's got a different strategy, but write it up in the chat. What do you use? I want to see. I think GG's there, Cornstarch. I'm happy to help with the practice. Okay, so I'm going to restart my game here. I believe it's Mabus that's up next. Mabus, if you want to go ahead and send a challenge here, I'm sure it'll be here by the time my game loads on up. Double tap on the side, eh? I know some people kind of do like the 2 fingers thing like this. I've tried it, and I'm terrible at it. It does not work for me whatsoever. It's all good there, Mavis. I'm going to catch these couple Pokemons here, too, if you don't mind. So I just do some quick catching. That's a big Sneasel, too. I'll give it a Raspberry, even. One and done, right? Awesome. I did catch them, right? Totally did. Haha. Excellent. Alright, so we're just waiting for a battle request to come on through here. Balbo, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining the stream. Hope you're going to find out some good quality information here. We're doing Nightmare Cup and Regional Cup battles. And we're just going to try to learn what we can. So, thanks for joining. Just waiting for a quick battle invite here from Mabus. He's just getting ready for himself. I actually, I had a Ditto quest, and I caught a Ditto as soon as I got home from work. That was pretty nice. That's 1,500 dust, so that was pretty darn cool. One of my catches today. I have a buddy of mine that I regularly play with who's Topside Junior. Great dude. And we have this really crazy streak going where generally every single time we hang out, one of us gets a shiny or a hundo or something. We had a record of like 6 straight times that we hung out where at least one of us or both of us got a shiny. So it's pretty crazy, the streak that we have going. And the other day, I happened to be down in Alderney Landing. I was playing with my friend Cornstarch Queen and doing some general grinding, getting some Sableyes. And he happened to stop on by in his car on his lunch break for about 5 or 10 minutes just to catch what he could. And I went and said hi to him. And within that 5 to 10 minutes, wouldn't you know that I got a shiny? Not that it was super impressive or anything, but I got this shiny Swablu right here. Look at the high level. Level 33. It evolves to a 1654. Not even like the worst terrible IV. Just I guess it's over 1500. It's not really that big of a deal, but not bad, right? So even within that 10 minutes, one of us still got a shiny. Could I add you possibly to get Ultra Friends for battle? Why don't you go ahead and DM me and we could talk about that. It's going to take at least 30 days. I do have a little bit of space on my friends list right now, but I am trying to hold it open for some more of our remote league battles that we have in our local Discord, because we're getting some more players into that. And welcome, I am the Fallen 88, new player. Thanks for joining the stream here. Hope you're learning something about battles. We're doing Nightmare battles, and mostly Nightmare, but also trying to get some regional cup battles in if we can. This is a local player. It's Mabus. We're going to do some Nightmare. Was it Nightmare Cup? Yeah, Nightmare. Cool. Awesome. How do you fast catch like that? I will demonstrate that for you as soon as I finish this 2 out of 3. Fast catch is a kind of like an older trick now. Is it like a quality of life upgrade, I would say. It's incredibly useful. Mabus, if you're watching the stream, you know my lead. Nice. Let's go with... See how this works out. I predict a Spiritomb lead. Nice. It's the Alolan Raichu. Oh, Timothy. I haven't even powered up my Spiritomb yet, actually. I have it there in the selection spot. See, this is going to do big damage no matter what. Just goes off so quickly. Look at that switch he got there too, eh? That's pretty top notch. Luckily, just got that move off too. And was able to switch into Hypno pretty darn quickly. So that's going to delete Toxicroak right out of there. Guessing that's a Mud Bomb, but either way I'm going to tank this and see how it goes. Yeah, switching is underrated on how important it is. Right to Skuntank, that's pretty cool. I wonder if I can get a shield out of this and preserve a little bit of energy. So I go for the Shadow Ball. Otherwise, we know the Focus Blast is going to be the big hitting move. I'm going to go ahead and let him go down. He's done a pretty good job at that point. He deleted the Toxicroak. I know he's put down his energy now, and I can just try to spam some power-up punches. A little bit of lag. Not too bad. That's okay. Power that up a bit. I'm going to tank this. Sludge Bomb, yeah, it's going to do pretty good damage. Nice chunk. He's still got his shield there, getting ready for the switch. And I'm going, oh yeah, the switch did happen. Nice, check that out. I do have to hold on to this regardless. Ugh, was not hoping for that. He's going to be able to get to another Thunder Punch now before I can get to another charge move, I believe. Maybe if I just gone for double Aqua Tail there, it might have worked out a little bit better. Oh, I got to Aqua Tail first. That was unexpected. Thunder Punch would have destroyed me there. I will take it. Right to an Aqua Tail. And that's just like the tiniest of margins there again. That was the difference of that. If he gets Thunder Punch before I get Aqua Tail, that's a flipped battle. That's literally what it comes down to. And it's a matter of like, if you switched out early enough or preserved enough energy first before you switched, that's literally the difference there. One fast move. And that's how like appropriate you have to be with your timing in real time. You have to know. And the best way to know, everybody, is really just with practice. The more you play with these Pokemon, the more you will memorize the matchups, the faster you will get at reacting when you see that matchup come out. When you've seen a fighting type destroy your dark type, like 10 times, you'll memorize it. Trust me. You might not get it the first time or the second time or the fourth time. That's okay. You will get it, though, the more you practice. I guarantee it. And in that way, everybody gets intimidated by trying to memorize the type chart just by looking at it, right? But you don't have to do that necessarily. You can just practice and get the experience and know instinctively that this Mon is not good against that Mon. Or I can fight it one way or the other with this Mon against that Mon. You'll know. Okay, so going back to Nightmare here. So I do like Hypno the most as the Confusion user. It's going to do that big time damage. But it's also quite tanky, which is really, really helpful. The other Confusion users, Kadabra, Gardevoir, Mr. Mime, they're quite glassy, and they can't really stand up to a whole lot. So that's kind of the risky play with that. And that's the reason why I'm generally using Hypno here. I'm going to go lead with... I'm going to come and Mimic, I think. You know what? Let's just go completely different here. I'm going to change this up. Yeah, sure. I don't know if this is going to fare out too well, but we're going to try it anyway. Why not, right? That's what the practice is for. So let's see how this goes. Spiritomb lead. You called it this time, Timothy. Going for Crunch. Crunch does good damage there. That's pretty good. Don't mind that. I didn't really want to use Crunch there, but that's okay. I'll take that. This Raticate has got to come out of there quickly. At least I see the advantage there. I've done a little bit of damage, and this was kind of my trick with the last one. See, if you saw there, that took 2 Confusions to put out Toxicroak. If it had a little bit of damage already on it, 2 Confusions, done. I'm okay to tank that. I don't really need to spend the shields here on Gardevoir. It's done its job already. I'm going to go ahead and let him expend his energy stored on Gardevoir. That's good for me. I can go right back to Raticate. We both still got 2 shields here. This one I am going to shield. Spiritomb goes down. He's still got both of his shields, though. Would love to get multiple crunches off here, but I don't think it's going to work out. And that's not good, because I got the fighting type left over, and he's got this Confusion user. So that's not good for me. Confusion is doing nothing to Raticate right now. It's giving me a little bit of hope, but oh, this doesn't feel good. Just awful setup here. Just awful. Confusion just ripping apart Toxicroak. Can I get a Sludge Bomb? Nope. Yeah, just the last matchup did not work out well there. Yeah, I haven't seen a Claydol yet. It does have some niche use there. I think it relies mostly on Earthquake, which generally takes a little bit of time to store up, but Claydol is a very tanky mon. I've been kind of looking for a good PvP IV Claydol for a while. I haven't really come across a great one yet, but I've been looking for it. Wouldn't mind testing that out, but I would love for a reason to power up this shiny Murkrow right here. This is really what I'm looking for. The shiny Murkrow. That would be awesome. At the price of 10 new followers, that's it. I would spend all the dust and showcase it for everyone to see right here on the stream. Just saying. 10 new followers, that's all. Who wants to see a powered up shiny Murkrow go into battle and see what it can do? I would be happy to do that, you know? Either way, you saw the power of Gardevoir in this matchup here. That's the advantage to having a really high attack Confusion user compared to a lower attack but a tanky mon and Hypno. In the end there, you can see that the Hypno just being able to survive a lot longer was a pretty big deal. So I'm going to go to, and there's a rubber match here. Let's see how this works out. Always GG's against Mavis. It's never not GG's. They're always tight. They're always close. They're always good matches. Toxicroak versus Poliwrath. Cool. Alright. No, glitched. Oh, can I get the Pokestop? Look at that. See, every once in a while I drift and I can get it. It looks like we got a Kabuto nest here, actually. There's been a lot of Kabutos over here. That was like one of the tiniest nests ever. The fact we got the Pokestop there allows the spawns to happen, which allows the nest to kind of like... That's how I got my first shiny Cubone, was because there was a Cubone nest at the house. Shiny Cubone. It's pretty darn cool. Pretty happy about it. Oh, and a Wurmple. Mavis, we didn't get a rubber match there, so if you want to go ahead and send me one more, I'm just going to restart the game real quick, and we can finish that off. Yeah, we can go same teams. That's cool with me. I just got to quickly restart my game. Keep keep it sent. It'll show up as soon as I restart here. I read on Reddit that everybody's challenges are not really going through well. It's a little bit of a glitch where after you've battled once, you kind of need to restart your game. I even saw Zionic on a stream today. He was restarting his game after every single one of his sets of matches. So it's not just me. If you're having a problem getting your invites being sent properly, restart your game before you get a match sent. Just do that instinctively. When you open up your game, generally the match will be showed up there. Yeah, see? There it is. No, it keeps it. It's not too much in between. What's the best advice I can give a new player trying to get powerful Pokemon? I'm guessing... Yeah, grind is a good one, Mavis. Definitely grind. Stardust is your friend. I would say focus less on the IVs of the Mon and try to find something in the wild that will evolve close to the CP. Like the target CP for Great League is 1500. Find something that can evolve close to 1500, and that way you're really just paying for like a couple of power-ups to put it right up to that point, and the third move. That'll save you a lot of dust. And then once you have them on to use, then you can try to refine and try to find a better one and see if you can get one that's a lot better eventually down the road and maybe work on that one. But ultimately, the IVs are not going to make the biggest difference. They're a very minuscule amount. They make the difference in a very small percentage of situations. To hardcore people, that will always be the difference, and they will go for that, and you should try to go for that. But ultimately, having the Pokemon and moves will mean way more. When you switch will mean far more, and when you use your shields will mean much more. Much, much more, all the time. I'm hoping this is Mud Bomb. If not, that's probably going to be an ouchie. Whew, okay. I don't like giving up the switch advantage first off. It's not really a thing for me. And Toxicroak is really giving it to Poliwrath here, honestly. He's got some stored energy. A little bit of lag, that's okay. Should delete the Tox. He got a Mud Bomb. I'm surprised he didn't get deleted there. I thought I had at least 2 moves off, but... Oh, it's a Sludge Bomb. Nice. Well, that's a big win. Getting ready to switch here. Spiritomb. See the... I didn't wait to the end of the fast move animation. If you notice, it was just before. Look at that great switch there, too. Nicely done. But he went to Hypno, and I got crunches and a shield advantage. So he'll have, I'm guessing, Shadow Ball and Focus Blast. That's the right thing to do. At least got the advantage here, and I can charge up this energy like crazy. I'm hoping this should work out in my favor. I should be good here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to block it. He should be going for broke with a Focus Blast. Unless he's trying to just shield bait. Yeah. And that would be a lot of damage there. A lot. I should be able just to farm energy. Again, the Bug-type Infestation is going to do super effective against Psychics as well. Spiritomb. And go right for Crunch. And that's a GG right there. A little bit lucky on one of those switches for me, but I'll take that. That worked out for me. You're welcome, I am the Fallen. You're welcome. I hope that's good advice for you. Yeah, that's what I would go for. It would be the most Stardust conscious, and that way you can get the most for what you're grinding. Because remember that Stardust is really everything. Stardust is the golden resource. That's the thing that is the hardest to grind. It's the hardest to get. It's worth the most. I feel like you should spend your Stardust. That's the most wisel thing. Great games, Mabus, as always. Thank you very much for those. Those were awesome. Yeah, it's instinctive. I always want to do a switch, too. It's really hard to hold off on that. And you're so used to, like, the game, you're just, like, constantly tapping. So it's really natural just to kind of, like, keep that flow and hit the switch and just keep going. It's so quick. It's a real-time game. And it's so hard to be, like, on point with every single one of your moves. The battle doesn't last very long, but we're talking 3 minutes of just, like, non-stop, perfect timing and perfect strategy in order to execute properly. It's very difficult. I think people underestimate exactly how difficult that is. But great games, Mavis. They're always great. Tever, gonna do battle. And we're doing Nightmare Tever, so see how this goes. I was going to show the fast catch trick there too. I'm sorry, I still will get to that. Don't worry. Just the challenge request popped up really quickly on here, but I still will get to that. You can look it up. There's a lot of YouTube videos about that, but in general, it's just a really great quality of life upgrade. I'll happily show that to you once we're done here. Okay, right, I should look up the Nightmare Cup. Again, NIC, NI for Nightmare, C for Cup. Pretty simple to sort them by, and that way I'm just looking at all the ones I've designated just for Nightmare Cup. I find it pretty helpful. Everybody's got their own thing, but I like to keep it short and sweet. Fast Catch, technically, I think does work in raids, but I don't think it's really something you want to do. It's not a for sure catch every time. It basically just skips all of the animations to decide whether you did catch or not. You just find out faster, that's all. If you didn't, you can still not catch it by doing the fast catch. Yeah, in raids, you'd have to reload the gym and the whole raid thing afterwards too. It'd be really slow. Just throw your excellence in raids. You're good to go. If you don't know how to throw your excellence, the set circle trick. YouTube it. It's out there. It's useful. That's how you get your excellence. Okay, Nightmare Cup. So I'm going to go, actually, with the same lineup. So every raid boss with first throw every time? Well, there's a couple of people out there I know who are pretty good with that, you know. They're pretty top-notch. Oh, this is not a good matchup right here. Really not a good matchup. Yeah, I did get that on him too. That's awesome. I will take that. What a great switch to absorb the charge move. That's the best case scenario. If you can get the switch, if you know how fast it's going to come off, you can get it right before that charge move goes off, and your new mon that comes in, you know is going to be able to tank it, basically. That's a great strategy to go with. Shift Tree, the king right here. It's going to go at it with Aqua Tails. At least Infestation's doing a really good job here. But Razor Leaf, just counting hits. Yes, I'm not really great at, per se, counting the hits, but I like to rely on my experience. I know how long the moves take to charge up in general, and I'm kind of going off of that experience. I know that, you know, Power Up Punch is 35 energy, and it charges up really fast. How exactly many mud shots, I might not know that right off the bat, but I have a pretty good idea of how fast it charges, you know, combined with certain fast moves. So that there is enough valuable information to know, like, I need to make a move now, or I need to get ready. I was going to switch here. I wanted to. I don't want to give up the switch advantage, though. If I switch to Poliwrath right there to go against Umbreon, he should be able to counter it pretty quickly. I don't really want to let that happen. Drapion, again, has done a fantastic job. Ah, I got a glitch. No, that's no good. Everybody sees that. Nah, what a terrible situation. Went right back to Xatu, see? And that's why I didn't use the switch right. It would have locked me in, and I would have been kind of screwed there. Can I get to another Ice Punch? Let's find out, right? Let's play a risky game here. I thought I was close. Yeah, alright. I got to the Ice Punch, alright. Look at that. And that's just a great scenario. On to Umbreon. What does I got left, though? Hypno? That's not a good scenario. Should be able to tank at least one. Even if it's last resort. Which, Foul Play is obviously a good choice, so. But can I get to... Oh, no Focus Blast for me. There's a good piece of information. You can't charge the Focus Blast against Umbreon before he can get 2 Foul Plays off. Noted. Duly noted. GG, Tev. Okay, so can I go to... Just checking a couple of things in the chat room here. Hold on a moment, folks. There we go. I think I'm learning the Twitch system here right now, so I apologize for that, but there we go. That should work there. I think that worked. Okay, I think we're good there. Great. All right, so we're going into our rematch. Sorry, Tev. I apologize for that. GG there. Okay. So a lot of times what I've been doing so far, I've just been going with a balanced lineup. I've been doing 1 fighting, 1 dark, 1 psychic. Balanced, I always believe in balanced lineups. I think this meta needs to be balanced. Your team needs to be built that way, but it still doesn't mean you need to bring 1 of each into every single battle. So it's going to be time to start experimenting with going, you know, 2 fighting, 1 psychic, or 2 dark, 1 fighting, you know, sort of thing. It kind of depends on what way you want to do it. Maybe 3 dark poisons. I've seen a couple of people do that against King Ivy. I don't think it's worked out great, but it's just a thought to play with, you know, especially if you can read your opponent seeing them doing 1-1-on-1 each time. That would be really difficult. Okay, so definitely a Glacier lineup here. Raichu versus Raichu. Last to first, right? So I am not going to have charge move priority here. I'm positive of that. Oh, but he switched first. Okay. Don't like giving up switch advantage. I find it locks you in hard. And Shiftry is deleted. I don't know what he's coming out with next, so I'm just trying to watch. He should be wearing down the switch clock. That's a good thing. Comes right back with Raichu. I do need to block that. I can get a little bit more off of him here with the Tox. Mud Bomb's ready to go. That's a super effective move. And it can spam awfully quick. Ah, he got his first. That really sucks. Really feel like I need to save the shield. Gonna go ahead and tank one. Hopefully it's not a wild charge. Good. Does he have his own fighting type left over here? Drapion, eh? Okay. Going for the big time Hyper Fang. Underrated. Underrated. Does pretty darn good. You should be able to get to Aqua Tail first. Oh, I can't believe Raticate beat him. I was thinking he was going to use Aqua Tail. Maybe he wasn't, but I got the shield there. That's pretty good. Oh, that's terrible. I went right into Crunch. Oh, no. That's how you give away a battle, right? Woo! Wee! Ooh, hee. I won that one. Yay, look at that. See, I won. That was great. Great job. Gert Jorbing. Okay, so we're going to a rubber match. Look at that, Zionic. Oh, look at that. The Rangers beat the Blue Jays. Poor Blue Jays. So, if you're going to bring in Shiftry, you're going to get hurt by Toxicroak and Hitmonchan, but you will destroy Poliwrath. I don't know. That's just what we're kind of learning here through the stream. We're learning together, everybody. We're learning together. Well, that's not bad. We do know Thunder Punch will hurt, though. Gonna have to tank at least one. And here I'm just going for like the shield baiting strategy. I already clicked on Aqua Tail. I'm hoping I at least get a shield. Yeah, okay. I'm alright with that. Can you even get to another one? Wow. Crunch, I didn't expect Crunch to be ready there, and I just kind of came up at the very end. Shiftry is also good against Spiritomb, yes. You're right about that, Timothy. Waiting for the switch. That didn't work out right. Oh my god, how many times do I see that the end of that fast move animation, he got to farm so much energy there. That really, that's really not ideal. Really not ideal. Could have even taken or farmed a couple extra fast move hits there. But I just want to get this Drapion out of here, to be honest. Mud Bomb should be enough, no matter what. Yeah. But that's okay, folks. We got Hypno. And down it goes. GG's, Tev. Close. Close. But I will take it. GG's. Like you said there, Timothy. Shiftry is also good against Spiritomb. I know Spiritomb is sitting right atop the board right there. You have to keep in mind when it comes to these simulations that these rankings are based on their performance against the entirety of the meta, like all these Pokemon. So when you get down to the very end here, like I really believe no one is going to bring in Spoink. And if someone does, I don't think you really have to worry about it. Like, it's not even running Confusion here. It's running Zed Headbutt. And Zed Headbutt is terrible. It's awful. So, you know, that's counting performance against Pokemon like that. So, I do like to open this up and take a look at the specific matchups. If you look at Shiftry here and what its key matchups are. So, you can see Raichu, Spiritomb, Poliwrath, Umbreon, Bronzong. These are all Pokemon that you should expect to see. These are basically main meta Pokemon. You should expect to see those in the tournament in some kind of combination at some point from multiple teams. So that is good to know, and that's where you're going to really want to have that value. I am going to accept the... actually, just hold on a minute, Joey Vots. I did want to demonstrate the Fast Catch trick. If you can resend here in just a moment, please. I don't have a Pokemon around, naturally, of course. But we could do it on an encounter! Haha! Yeah, it's still all the way back at Lotads. Ugh. So, you select your ball. As such. And this requires using two hands, okay? So what you're going to do is first you can see the Pokeball tray here on the side. So if you click and hold it, without taking your finger off, you can kind of slide your finger to the side. See how the ball changes? You can tell it's going over. And what I'm doing is I'm sliding. What I do is grab it with my thumb here. I'm going to grab it all the way over to the side, and that's just to get my thumb kind of out of the way, if that makes sense. And I'm going to end up throwing the Pokeball with my other hand like this, okay? So what you got to do is you're going to throw the Pokeball while you're still got your thumb. This is a two-handed process right here like this. I still got my thumb on the screen, haven't let go of it. It's still holding that drawer. You can tell by the funny symbol on the side there, the Pokeball drawer. And once you throw the Pokeball, after it hits the Pokemon, you let go of the drawer, and that pops up. You click the screen once, and it goes out of the drawer. You click the screen on the run icon, and that's the Fast Catch trick. That's how you do it. Does that make sense? Basically, click and hold the drawer. You could do it with the berries either. If you're right-handed or left-handed, you could do either side. Click and hold the drawer with one hand, throw the Pokeball, wait until it hits the Pokemon, and after that, you can let go of the drawer, and then basically tap out twice to run. And that's how you do that. I'm restarting my game here, Joey Vots, if you could resend another battle there. We're going to do General Great League this time. That would be awesome. You can see a lot of battles going on in the Discord right now, too. That's pretty cool. I like to see a lively Discord like that. That's why we have the premier PvP Discord channel here. Quick catch method, strats. Yeah, thanks for joining, Chaith. Welcome, buddy. All right, Joey Vots. Yes, there you are. Sorry about that, buddy. I just wanted to make sure I sent that. I had already delayed that twice, so I apologize. I got it that time. Okay, so we're doing General Great League. I'm actually using my regional cup Mons, because that's pretty much General Great League. And really, if I wanted to bring in really good Mons into General Great League, I'd probably focus on these regional cup Mons. I was kind of hoping that you would have a Medicham already there, Joey Vots. I just expected it, but I haven't seen it yet, so I don't really know what to make of this at the moment. I just remember that last battle I got destroyed. was hilarious. You know, let's just go with what's been working for me so far. See how this goes. I can switch this up to regionals as well. I think we all know what the best mons for regionals is, but you know, I can switch it up there for us at least to see, you know, the overall rankings on there. I wonder if this is... It bugged out. Okay. Well, if it bugged out, I'm just going to go ahead and restart, if that's cool. Don't think we've quite gotten close to the 10 followers that I was hoping for to get that Murkrow. Mind you, I think that's a bit of a lofty goal, considering I'm, you know, some guy in Dartmouth. So, but you know, one can dream, right? Maybe. I just want an excuse to do that, you know, and that way at least I can say I'm being patient and being responsible, but give me a reason to, you know. Now I can say, well, I did it for the stream. I did it for the research. I'd love to do that. That would be awesome. I don't like when that runaway symbol goes up in the top left there. And I think that usually means that's when it bugs out, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's bugged out again. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that. Maybe if I had to do that first. Yeah, see, I think that was still the original, like the first one, because I technically hadn't left it. Maybe that was the problem. I'll send challenge to you, but restart your game. I'm restarting mine. I'll send to you. Sometimes Pokemon battles can be rough. That's okay, though. We love it still. The battles are just too much fun. Way too much fun. I mean, have you used a shiny Altaria yet? It's amazing. It pops out in battle and it's huge. It goes, boom, and it's gold. Check it out. Caterpie. No shiny. Remember the quick catch method? Select your ball first. Click and hold the drawer and pull your thumb all the way over. And you're going to throw. After the Pokeball hits the Pokemon, you let go, tap out once, and hit the run button. Once you click on the Pokemon, then it'll show up like this, and you can check your recents to see if you actually caught it or not. Look at that, showed up right there. Hey, I caught it. Same with the Lotad that I fast catched, right? Anyway, I'm going to send a battle challenge here to Joey Votts, one of my best friends. And try to go with the same lineup again. Choosing their team. There we go. This looks like it's successful this time. That's good. Altaria versus Flagon. Okay. I don't totally love that. I know I can tank one or two Dragon Claws at least one for sure. Yeah, I don't know about two though. Another one with Dragon Claw. Dragon Breath does pretty good damage here, though. Dragon Breath, just such an OP move. That's what really is one of the reasons why Altaria is so good. It's got multiple reasons, honestly, but one of the reasons why it does such a good job. Could argue that I could have saved the Altaria there, but it's got already 2 Mons against it, and I know that, yeah, Fire is going to be good there against Bastiodon, but Smackdown's just going to put it down really fast. Lantern, cool. Should be able to tank whatever it's throwing at me here. Thunderbolt. Still does pretty good damage. It's respectable. Great switch there. Great switch. I don't know if it's going to help, though. Yeah, unfortunately. Venusaur just be too strong. Frenzy Plant for the win, right? That's one of the reasons why I'm leaning towards Venusaur for regionals. Everybody's using Tropius, or a lot of people are using Tropius. Venusaur is definitely up there in the topic conversation when it comes to regionals. I really do like Venusaur quite a lot. Not that I dislike Tropius, and not that I dislike Razor Leaf at all. It's pros and cons for both, right? If you want to spam more charge moves, Vinewood's going to be a better option. If you want to do a lot of raw, fast move damage, you're going to want Razor Leaf. Depends on your strategy. Bastiodon did a pretty good job there, though. That was pretty good. Haven't seen a Medicham there yet. I feel like it's going to come at me with Skarmory in this battle. So I wanted to take the flying, or the grass type out of there. A Azumarill and a Azumarill. Okay. Who's got charge move priority? Oh. Obviously he does. Remember, charge move priority goes in the initial matchup. Whoever clicks use this party last. And every subsequent battle after that, when you hit rematch, it goes to the person who hit it first. So it goes last to first. I'm going to go ahead and tank that. Might have stored up a little bit of extra energy there, possibly. I'm not really too sure. Yeah, it was very possible that he did there. I think I'm going to let it go. I'll just go right to Dragon Breath. Should be able to put it down pretty quick before an Ice Beam. I hope. Oh, no. Awful. Azumarill just a little extra tankier than I expected there. I don't know if Bastiodon would have done any better either. Charge move priority really just meant a lot there. Now this is just kind of hoping he doesn't shield, thinking it's a sky attack. No? Okay, that's alright. Look at that. That was a nice timing for the move there, at least. I'm expecting a change out. Yeah, there he goes. Into Lucario. Just doing damage. So you will have to use the shield there. At the very least. Not going to bother wasting the shield on Bastiodon here. And then Sky Attack is close. We'll go for it. What is it, the Altaria that's left over? So I don't like my chances at the moment. don't think Bastiodon did enough damage to this Altaria. He should have energy stored too. Yeah. If Bastiodon was able to get a little bit of extra damage there on the Altaria, that would have worked out, but... Or maybe if I'd even left in the Altaria just a little bit longer so that the Bastiodon could have... Yeah, it's going to be tough. Nice job playing Lucario, though. Very nicely done. I can't remember now. Was that... Did you beat me 2-0 there, actually? Anybody want to remind me? I can't remember this. That was the 2-0 against me, or... Should I rematch? Should I not? Should I take another one? 1-1. Okay, I could remember, actually. Oops, right. Venusaur. There we go. Nightmare Cup. Hey. Okay. So we went with Lucario. Go for something a little bit different here. I feel like I should have brought in Venusaur. Steelix. Terrible matchup for me. Ooh. I guess Crunch is going to destroy my Marowak. Earthquake. Oh, Earthquake will do that too. Ugh. We should be able to take out his shields at least from here. I know I can get to Bone Claw before him next. Hex is a pretty good move at generating energy. Just Bone Club just doesn't really do a whole lot of damage in the first place. It's kind of the way it goes. Crunch. Super effective. Okay. Let's just go to Azumarill. Should be a Crunch. I'm okay with that. I was hoping he wasn't building up to Earthquake. That was kind of what I was really worried about there. Getting ready for a switch. I at least have the energy advantage here. That's a good thing. No shields. Well, this is going to be a little bit of a back and forth here, folks. Oh. Oh. This is going to be sketchy. Is it enough to KO? I didn't think so. Now I wish I used Ice Beam, so... But that's okay. I survived. Can I get... No Ice Beam there. It's okay. Should be good here. Can at least tank one. Yeah, GG. Oh, double charge move. Saying GG too early, right? Oh, snap-a-rooney. Look how close that was. Ah, did not see that coming. GG, Joey Vots. You're getting better, buddy. Well done. That was awesome. So well done. Yeah, and regionals is going to be just tough like that. That's going to be silly. Yeah, that's what I get for saying GG early, right? I didn't actually think you had, I thought just one Dragon Breath and that's it. I didn't think you had a double Dragon Call lined up there. And that's what I get for not really timing out the moves. I just forgotten about it, so kind of the way that goes, right? We have a member who was in the stream a little bit earlier, Timothy, but he just posted into our Discord that he just got traded a shield on. It went lucky, not on a lucky trade, and it is a hundo shield on. 15, 15, 15. That is pretty darn cool. Grats on that. That's amazing. Gonna go ahead and catch the Rhyhorn. Wow, that's the phone screen lagging out on you. I guess that's what happens when it runs straight for a long period of time. It's okay. Happy to get the battles in with you finally, Joey Vots. You've been holding out on me for battles for so long. It's about time we start getting regular practice. We all need it, you know? We all do. We can all benefit from having practice, yeah? Do we have any others out there that want to do? I'm just going to message into the Discord here and see if there's some other trainers here that want to get in on the stream. Do I even have a quest to cash in? I didn't. Yeah, always saving. There's the 1500 I caught a Ditto. That was pretty nice just to get home. I was trying to catch this Venonat, you know, 6 throws later. You're thinking, maybe this is a Ditto. It's after 12 o'clock here, in case anyone's interested. We are on Atlantic time. We're in Atlantic, Canada. Yeah. Someone sent one, I know that. Let's see which one pops up first here, eh? Yeah, a couple people sent one. I haven't gotten one yet. Maybe it's my game? Let's see what happens when I come back in. Regional. I'm always down for regional practice. Definitely. Just seeing which one's going to show up here when I restart my game. It's okay, just waiting for the invite. Naturally, multiple people try to send you an invite at the same time, and you don't get any of them. It's just, it's fine. This is fine. Mystic Sparkle. All right, we're doing some regional practice. Mystic Sparkle being the 6th member that was invited from the Professor's Finest out of the 7. We have one from the Ontario chapter that also got invited. Grats, that's pretty awesome. Members from Ontario that are watching the stream right now, would you like to remind us of the username? Because the name is escaping me at the moment. I think I only actually saw it on Twitter from Kolar Bear. So, shout out to that player that is about to be named, right? Joyvots, Tever, maybe, somewhere? Hello, Hawkstorm, welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming. We are doing some, right now it's going to be a regional practice battle. We've also been doing a lot of nightmare battles tonight. I'm just deciding on what guys I want to bring in here. I've mostly been rolling with a lot of the same mons. right. Venusaur, okay. So Sky Attack is good here, but Dragon Breath will not quite charge up as fast as Vine Whip will charge Frenzy Plant. Frenzy Plant's a good move in general. I'm not too sure how much damage it's going to do to Altaria. Oh, I got the switch. Okay, she did save up the energy on there. Medicham. Okay, which means I need to beware Ice Punch. And the energy has already been stored on Venusaur, so I need to keep that away from Azumarill big time. I see no reason why Mystic Sparkle shouldn't be going for Ice Punch here. Both shields are down. That is also going to be an Ice Punch. Power Up Punch. She switched it. Okay. So the switch of the Mon was, I guess, just enough. And then I can get to Frenzy Plant just fast enough there. A little bit of a mind game there, right? Frenzy Plant just being enough to take down Medicham. Skarmory, great option there. Gonna put some hurt on Venusaur for sure. I probably should just go for Frenzy Plant there. I just wanted to see Sludge Bomb do its thing. She's just farming energy on me there. That's okay. The switch clock's still going. So I want to try to get a Azumarill in here against Skarmory. Flash Cannon, nice. Flash Cannon does generally hit pretty hard. Tanks the Sky Attack like a champ. And I need to get ready to switch right away. That instantly, right on the button as it comes out. Now I'm going to see how much damage Frenzy Plant does. Oh, it's Sludge Bomb, okay. Planned for Azumarill being out there, I guess. And Altaria doing its job. Check that out. Talk about the switches happening fast, right? There I was able to actually, like, just hit it and go right away because there's no fast move in the middle, so there's no animation to interrupt. I didn't have to hit it at the end of an animation. That's really been, like, my one key piece of advice that I've been noticing. A lot of people are having troubles with their switches and it not really working that well, and I find it needs to be, you need to hit the switch, hit the Pokemon for your switch at the end of your current Pokemon's fast move animation, which is not exactly plainly clear. It takes a little bit of practice to figure out when that animation is switched. But one good way you can start to learn it is when you're doing your fast moves, when you're able to actually click on your charge move, that would be the end of the animation, the start of the next turn. So it's just one thing to kind of keep in mind. Really try to time it out. Infestation with Drapion is one of those moves that takes a really long time to go. It's like a four turn duration, I think. It's really long. So that's what, 2 seconds? So during that whole 2 seconds, you kind of need to wait for the 2 seconds to be over the 4 turns and then click on the Pokemon to switch. You can have the switch tray open, but you can't click on that Pokemon until the end of that fast move animation. That's what I'm finding. If anybody else is finding something different, or even if it finds it similar, let us know in the chat, please. It'd be super helpful. So I'm up 1-0 in this regional cup battle so far. Would kind of like to change this up a little bit. Definitely would like to change this up a little bit. Let's just go with something different that I haven't used yet. Yeah. You know what? Let's lead. Entirely different team. Haven't used any of these ones yet, so just going for something different. Ah, that just worked out good for me. Razor Leaf against Whiscash. That's the best you can hope for. You're really just praying for that. Getting ready to switch for the counter. See, it wasn't at the end of the fast move animation, but this is the whole reason why I have Marowak. Just for this. To counter Medicham right now. Kind of been trying to find those other ways to figure out how to counter Medicham without having to use a Sableye. Sableye is great, and it will do a good job, but just trying to play with other things to see what we can do here. You should be able to resist pretty much everything it's going to throw at it. I can even tank another one here. This is where Marowak shines. Even as that buff keeps going up on the attacks, Marowak is just resisting everything that Medicham is throwing at it. And I come up with the shield event. I didn't have to spend a shield on that. That was an easy time against Medicham. That was an ideal scenario. I'm wondering what's coming out next. Altaria. Can I get? Probably not to a Shadow Ball. I would have been deleted there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go for a Bone Club. That's okay. That means I'm going to my trusty Melmetal, which just spams rock sides like crazy. Will not take as much damage from Dragon Breath as other Pokemon, so it's got a big use for it. I've been a very big fan of Melmetal for a long time, going right back to Tropius here. It should be Mud Bomb. Yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and farm energy. I'm aware of Blizzard there, so I'm just going to protect against Blizzard, knowing I'm farming energy. I don't want to get too greedy. I got the advantage here. That's okay. No, I didn't use the charge move there. Okay. Because that really hurts. A lot. That's okay. I know I have Melmetal sitting there, so this is pretty good situation for me right now. I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah, Leaf Blade. I can't switch out to Melmetal right now. Obviously, the switch clock is still going, but he has a fast move or a charge move ready to go. Just trying to spam it right now, right on that spot, and got the Rock Slide before the Altaria even gets a chance to do a charge move there. GG, Mystic Sparkle. GG. We'll get lots of practice in before the regionals. I am sure of that. I am very sure of that. I don't mind practicing for both regionals and Nightmare there. It's really hard to try to focus on one for right now, because if we just focused on regionals, then we would have a week to prepare for Nightmare, and that's not going to be a good situation either. So, GG's, Mystic Sparkle. GG's. Just going to quick catch these couple of Pokemon here. Yes, I do generally Pinap, Weedles, and Pidgeys and things like that. It's always good Mass Evolve candy. I've always got lots of Pinaps carrying around, so... And who doesn't love a little Bidoof-a-Doof? Oh, yeah. Little Doofy. There we go. Very much GG's. All right, so we are going on almost 2 hours of the stream right now, which is pretty good. I actually didn't plan to come on to do 2 hours tonight, but I will take that. Why don't we go ahead and see? We'll go for one more right now. If I have anybody else that's lined up that really wants to do a battle to finish off the night, I will do that. But let's just go with a final battle for the night and see how we do here. Okay. Regional or my Nightmare, it doesn't matter to me. Haven't gotten any random invites from having the PvP online thing. You don't really expect it, honestly. Someone's got to be clicking through their friend list in order to see it. But, you know... it's a something. Niantic doesn't give us a way to communicate in game when we're ready to battle and when we're not. You can see here Sableye. Tever wants to do Nightmare. Alright. Tever. Switching this over to the Nightmare meta again here if you want to see. Alright, Nightmare Cup Mons it is. Looking to wrap it up here tonight. I don't think we've achieved the follower count I was kind of looking for. No, we definitely have not. That's okay. I was hoping to hit 10 followers, and I would, take this lowly Murkrow right here and power it up. I just make sure I can test it for everybody, so you don't have to power it up yourself and test it. You can watch me do it, and not have to worry about your Stardust, and then you can decide if you think it's good enough or not. But I would do that for you. I'm just saying, if we got the followers, spread the word, retweets and all that kind of fun stuff. I digress. Let's go. Start off something tricky. All right. Raticate versus Drapion. Okay. Not a bad matchup here. Getting ready for a swap out for a fighting type at any moment, though. That's going to be an Aqua Tail. Let's go for Crunch. Does he not have Aqua Tail? Hey, Tev. You got Aqua Tail on that Drapion yet? Hyper Fang doing its work. I'm going to just farm an energy away. What are you going to throw out? Raichu? Well, it shouldn't be Raichu. I don't hope so, but... Got the shield. Switch right away to Tox. Gonna put some hurt on. Farm up some energy here. I don't know what was coming out next, but I was just kind of guessing, and that's why I went for Mud Bomb. And luckily, I guessed right. Even got the second Mud Bomb with 1 HP left. Man, wow! That is some lucky right there. Is it a Mud Bomb or a Sludge Bomb? You used Mud. It does a pretty good amount of damage, but it's just not going to be enough, unfortunately. Good first match there, Tev. Wondering why I wasn't seeing Aqua Tail there, though. I would I feel like Aqua Tail is the better move to use in that matchup. I could be wrong. Let me know what you think, but I feel like Aqua Tail is probably the better move. I would be insanely surprised if Tev did not have the second move there. I would ask why. But who knows? I sure remember. All right, up 1-0 in this battle. See what happens. I have not been using Alolan Muck a whole lot yet. He doesn't have Aqua Tail. 75 candies. Jeez. And I can say that to him because that guy's ranked 25th in Canada for total KP. He's not hurting on resources, okay? Got a nice punch. Cool. And one confusion to put it down. Did save the Poliwrath right at the very end there. Right into Umbreon, though. Let's see if we could flip this matchup in our favor, right? Can I use Shadow Ball? Because he was assuming Focus Blast, so I got the shield out. I'm going to take down this Umbreon. Well, we'll see how much damage Focus Blast does, right? This will allow us to see. He got the switch just in time. No, you're supposed to let it happen, guy. No. Fusion's still doing its work. Yeah, that's okay. Drapions good here. Even got like 2 extra fast moves on there just to farm a little bit of extra. Just so I can use Aqua Tail again. Last resort? Yeah. Just didn't quite take out Drapion. But this is going to be close. I do not have a lot of health left over on Poliwrath. It's going to come down to if I got that power-up punch ready to go. I do not. Will it be able to survive long enough? Just barely long. I got it out of there just in time, folks. Just in time. Wow, what a great way to end that. The power of the switches comes through again. It's all about that timing. God, it's so critical. One move later, and that probably wouldn't have worked out as well. But great games as always, Tev. Very good job. So I'm going to call that for the night here. We do have a tournament coming up in, what, 12 hours? So I'm going to go get some sleep. I'm sure I'm going to have some errands to run and get some things ready for the stream tomorrow. I will be streaming the tournament live to everybody that can come. 1 o'clock Atlantic is when it's going to start. It's a general Great League. We're hoping to have enough competitors to make sure that it counts as ranked and we can get the battles in. So if you're interested in watching how that goes, make sure to tune into the stream. This has been a lot of fun again, so thank you everybody for participating. Thank you, Joey Votts, for the kind words there. I appreciate you stopping on by and taking part. I hope everybody is going to have a good night, and I can't wait to do this again. We'll get some more practice in, some more battles. Thank you very much, Mystic Sparkle, for stopping on by. I appreciate the battles, appreciate you sticking around and paying attention. Really appreciate it. Y'all are awesome. Have a great night. Peace out.